Story 1. I am kind of in a whatever happens, happens mindset right now. Seems like things are hitting the fan, and we'll see what happens. It's been a rough end to the year, and I'm having a tough time finding the urge to care about things. Story 2. Yes, I am. In 2022, I was in jail for a crime I didn't commit. In 2023, I was able to prove my innocence and get cleared of all charges. In 2024, I paid off my house and I am currently debt-free. 2025 just feels like a new beginning for me. Story 3. Oh, hell yeah. I just recently gave up alcohol and started a new weightlifting program. So combining this with running, I'm going to be in the absolute best shape of my life by the time I turn 42. I have a goal of hitting a sub-90 half marathon in the spring, and will be running my first full marathon by December. I know it's an absolute long shot for my very first one, but I'm hoping this one will qualify me for Boston. If not, it will definitely let me know where I stand and what I'll need to do to eventually accomplish it. Story 4. Looking forward to finally becoming a physician and working hard to pay family bills. Also looking forward to enjoying life more without having to think, I can't afford piano or singing lessons now because I have to save during college. Or, I can't do swimming now because this money could be better spent. I'll finally be able to plan my first trip ever, and I am excited to go see snow or maybe an aurora. Everybody says snow is unpleasant, but I really want to see it for myself. Maybe 2025 will be the year to do those things. Story 5. It makes no difference to me. I'm in my early 40s, married with 2 kids. Every day is another day to live, and I'm grateful for that. I don't really care what the calendar says. Time is just for schedules, and I try to take each day as the last day I'll ever have. So, 2025 doesn't mean anything to me. Story 6. Not particularly. Prices for food, gas, wood, and other products are likely to increase sharply, and quality of life is likely to decrease in my country due to last year's election results. Story 7. 2024 was the worst year in my life for mental health. Looking forward to next year simply because it's not 2024. Now, 2025 specifically is not looking good. Story 8. 2024 was quite bittersweet. I started my job at a career destination, moved my family to Asheville to escape the Florida heat, and have my kids grow up in one of the most beautiful places in the country. However, the year began with my grandma passing, and a few months later, my dad passed away. A few months after that, Hurricane Helene ravaged Asheville, but fortunately, my family and house are okay. 2024 has been all over the place. I am in my second year at a company I really like and am in line for a promotion to captain later this year. My 10-year-old has a best friend next door he plays with every day. My wife and I can finally afford therapy for her to get the care she deserves. My 2-year-old is on the verge of potty training and becoming my best buddy. There's a lot to look forward to next year, and I can only do my best to keep that in mind each and every day. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. Story 9. No, the situation is going to get very terrible for the United States very soon. Anyone who isn't losing their minds must make absurd amounts of money or is just plain stupid. Story 10. Yes, because in many ways I'm getting my life together, and so there's a chance 2025 could be better than 2024 was. No, because I'm scared I might have messed up and might lose a scholarship I was heavily counting on. And all because I missed some deadlines due to a mix of chronic health issues, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and bad luck, and mostly social anxiety and poor communication. It's a mess. Anyways, I'm trying to patch things together, but it might be too late, and that makes me feel scared of what 2025 might bring. Story 11. In some ways yes, and some ways no. Yes, because I'm finally looking to get back into school after a year and a half off. No, because I live in the United States and I'm not looking forward to what this nightmare administration is going to bring. But at least I'm glad I live in California. Story 12. No, I'm not really looking forward at all anymore. The future holds nothing for me but more pain and more loss. Eventually, my whole life is going to fall apart, and there's not a thing I can do to make it better because I'm too depressed to even take care of myself, let alone a goal. There is no hope for me. I'm just going to keep doing this until I die, hating my life and wishing it were better. but never being able to actually change it because I lose hope way too easily. Story 13. No, it means I'm 1 year older and still the same as I was 25 years ago. I am becoming obsolete with society, and it seems like this will continue for the rest of my life. Also, I don't believe in humanity anymore since the bad guys always take the lead in governments. After being around for 40 years, I can honestly say it's the same thing every year. Story 14. Imagine someone told you they were going to kick you in the nuts really hard, but not until January 20th, and you end up spending months thinking about how awful it's going to be when you get kicked in the nuts incredibly hard. You know with 100% certainty it's going to happen. I'd rather just get on with it than have to spend more time knowing it's coming. So in that sense, yes, I'm looking forward to it. Story 15. No, I will probably die this year due to having a chronic illness and vaccines soon being revoked from school requirements. Contracting polio will kill me. Story 16. Leaving my arrogant and abusive bosses for a work-from-home job so I can spend time with my family and rediscover my hobbies. I'm going to outsmart these people and they have no idea. Finally, I have time to focus and prepare for the inevitable economic instability that World War III might bring. Story 17. If my calculations are correct, and if I miss no days of work or get sick and have no medical problems, I will be debt-free by May 25th. My left top wisdom tooth is starting to hurt, so I'm never getting out of this meat grinder. Story 18. I'm looking to quit my job and move across the country to start a new life. After that, if I never step back in Texas, I will die a happy man, even if there is no HEB. Story 19. I would not say I am looking forward to it because it is looking to be a political mess, especially as a queer person in the United States, but I will be finishing my Bachelor of Accounting by the end of 2025, so that will be neat. Story 20. Trying my best. So much darkness globally. So much uncertainty. Such an appalling lack of quality leaders across all fields of endeavor. Rapidly advancing technology with few who own or gain advantage from it. Story 21. Well, according to one person on TikTok, we may have a chance to stop who from getting into office by showing up to Washington, D.C. and exercising our rights. But of course, Make America Great Again supporters wouldn't allow that, would they? They want a dictator, don't they? If we take this option, I'd say it could lead to some sort of civil war, MAGA versus normal Americans at DC. Pay-per-view. But seriously, Trump has to go. He can't be sworn in. He's evil. That's all. Thank you. Story 22. No, I don't want to live through another Trump presidency. This time around, I'm finding that I care a lot less about what happens to others since so many of them voted for this. The only tangible things I've done are to buy durable goods before tariffs and purchase a gun. I'm going to the range with friends to learn how to use the gun, and then I guess we'll see what happens in 2025 beyond that. I feel like I lost a huge part of myself in this last election. I imagine this is kind of similar to how people who lose religion feel. I always believed in the promise of America and American exceptionalism and that people were inherently good. Now that's been replaced with a shattering of the former and a belief that nothing matters and people are stupid. The only thing that seems to consistently bring me joy lately is schadenfreude, and that's not a good way to live life overall, I don't think. So no, I am not looking forward to 2025. We have roughly a month left of normal, and then things get chaotic again. Story 23. I am looking forward to it. My life has taken a significant turn for the better. I have a great career where my efforts are recognized and rewarded. I have an amazing partner who supports me and cares about me. We have a new house. I actually have decent savings and stand to improve my financial situation to levels my family has never seen. And to think, 3 years ago I was addicted to opioids, with a gun in my mouth mourning my mother's suicide. I was broke, and my then partner became a prostitute behind my back. I had nothing and no one. Story 24. Yes, I'm in a happy, healthy relationship. I have a roof over my head and a chunk of land on a beautiful coast. I am going into my 5th year of being able to do my art full-time as a business. My 19-year-old cat is still feisty as ever. I am finally getting on track with my health and feeling stronger. I know any of this external stuff can change, but I'm also mentally in a better place than I've been in a long time. Finally meditating regularly, which helps a lot with my attitude. I'm feeling optimistic. Story 25. Been unemployed for 4.5 months. So I am looking forward to this being the year I get a job and regain financial stability. I might possibly get one in the next week or two, just waiting to hear back at this point. So fingers crossed. Story 26. Not really. 2024 has genuinely been the worst year of my life, with so many issues appearing that have yet to go away and have worsened in certain ways. I am having a very hard time being optimistic, and it's annoying my family, which is just making things worse. I do not really see things improving in the near future. Story 27. I lost all hope for 2025 to be a good year as soon as Trump was elected. 2024 has been without a doubt the worst and most depressing year of my life, but I would much rather relive it instead of dealing with all the hell that his first term has in store for us. Story 28. No, I really thought this year would be the final time I had to deal with Trump, but that's going for another 4 years and it will be worse than before. I spent so long wanting him to go away. I spent dozens of hours working on voter postcards this year, only for all of my efforts and everyone else's to be completely in vain. Now I wonder when I'll finally no longer have to deal with someone who's exacerbated my anxiety much higher than it probably otherwise would be. So no, I'm not looking forward to a year when he gets back into power. It's going to be painful for everyone. Story 29. I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, let alone next year. If the past few years have been anything to go off of, we are in for yet another year full of once-in-a-lifetime events that will likely lead to a bunch of nothing. Story 30. My wife and I will be in a better situation financially and hopefully, by the grace of God, we will be pregnant. Hoping for all good things. Wishing everyone a healthy and successful 2025. Story 31. Not one iota. Prices are going to rise, electric prices are going up already, so it's time to buckle down into survival mode. Too bad that I love to shop. But the only shopping we will be doing is for food. Story 32. The accelerated unraveling of the United States as late-stage capitalism continues to hurtle us towards a Great Depression. People like Luigi will be jailed, and that murderer of a CEO seen as a martyr for the rich. The climate is beginning to get so extreme that it may wipe us off the face of the planet. World War III feels very real and likely. I suspect that automation needs to progress just a little further and then the elites won't need 8 billion people anymore. No, I am not really. Story 33. 2024 has been the best year of my life. I feel like I am finally past depression, and I am off antidepressants. I lost 25 pounds to be very close to my pre-antidepressants weight. I have been getting better at my hobbies and made time to enjoy them. My child was born. I got promoted for the first time ever. 2025 is going to be even better. Story 34. No, Trump. I'm already sick of the local news talking incessantly about what he's going to do, and he's not even sworn in yet. We're going back to the norms of his first term when everything he says is a big deal because of how laughably stupid it always is. We have 2 customers who are affected by every tariff change. In Trump's first term, every tariff change was like Star Trek. The original series, evasive action, evasive action. Worst of all, I am not looking forward to daily, short news clips peppered across every news site every time Trump says something stupid in public. I feel like every chance Trump gets to speak publicly makes the American people noticeably more stupid. In the end, I think we're going to be sent through a grinder for another 4 years where everybody tries to combat every stupid thing Team Trump comes up with. Story 35. Absolutely. Because it is another chance to learn, grow, and connect with people in new ways. I'm excited to see what new ideas, challenges, and opportunities the future will bring. There's always something to look forward to. Story 36. I plan on buying a lot of popcorn and perhaps some shares in Orville Redenbacher while I'm at it. This next year is going to be insane, and I literally cannot wait to point out to anyone that voted for this incoming disaster that they did it to themselves. Story 37. Totally. 2025 feels like a fresh start, and I am hoping it is the year I finally stick to my resolutions, like maybe learning how to cook something more complicated than pasta. Story 38. Nope, because there are still 2 wars going on, And America is going to get a leader who doesn't care and will regress everything further than the last time. Well, at least there's Grand Theft Auto 6 if we don't all lose power in buildings to World War III. Story 39. Married, 1 or 2 kids. Maybe. Driving a Tesla. Having traveled to more places. Still wearing awesome socks. Hopefully with better sleeping and exercise habits. Story 40. Oh yeah, super excited. My dad might die. I'll likely pass the 10-year mark since my last kiss. I'll struggle to date again. And I'll still be anxious, depressed, and socially stunted thanks to autism. Can't wait. Story 41. I am 25 now, living on my own but working hard to keep afloat. My goals for the year include paramedic school and getting hired full-time with a good department closer to where I live. Could be a year of very hard work ahead. But I would rather do it now instead of waiting until it is too late. Story 42. The only good thing that will happen next year to me is the wedding with the love of my life. The rest will be difficult as always. A bad economy. Everything is getting even more expensive. We probably have to move out of our apartment because we will not be able to afford it anymore. My job will be even more challenging because another colleague is quitting. My car needs to be repaired, but I do not have enough money for that. Another year, another fight,